What's up, y'all? We back at it with another episode of To Be Hero X, man. Episode 13, titled Tough Girl. And what I really like about this show is when it gets to the actual tournament that they're going to showcase in the future, I'm assuming they are. I like the fact that they've given us different backstories for so many heroes that everyone's going to have their favorite choice. And it's going to be everyone like going against one another online or on Twitter or whatever the case may be, as these battles appear for the matchup to become Hero X. That's what I'm liking the most, because I love the discussions where some people are saying like, nah, this is my favorite character, their story was better, nah, this character's story was better. I'm really liking how I'm seeing that online. And To Be Hero X, you know, the show, it might have something special going on with this, like where it has people, you know, picking their favorite character and who they want to become Hero X, but at the same time, who can beat the now Hero X? That's the real question. But I'm really enjoying this series, really loving it, man. I like the fact that we're getting more than just 12 episodes. It's going up to 24 episodes. But I wonder if they're going to be able to finish everything within the episode count that we have. Is 24 episodes enough episodes? And how many more characters are they going to showcase before we get to the matchup? To the tournament matchup. I'm very curious. Unless this whole first season is just learning all the different characters, and then season 2 will be the actual tournament. Maybe that might be the case. Not exactly sure. But in this episode, we get the character Loli, and to be honest with you, this episode showed me something that I never even considered as something that could be a thing. But you have it where this girl Loli, you know, she's considered very adorable, very pretty. Like, people don't take her as a threat because how beautiful she is. And that's something I never really considered as a possibility. But you have it where she's constantly trying to prove that she can be a hero, that she can be strong, but no one's taking her seriously because how adorable she looks. You even have it where there's another lady, the girl that's in the background on the screen right now, where, you know, she's beautiful as well, or that's how they depict her as. I'm not saying she is, but, you know, I don't want nobody to twist my words around, but she's beautiful as well. And you have it where she applied to work at this, this tech agency, and they looked right at her and it was like, there's no way someone as pretty as you could exceed in all these different tech, degrees. That's impossible. You know what? We're gonna make you a receptionist. And that's what she was forced to do until, you know, another guy came and said, why would they have you down here when you're obviously qualified for so much more? So there's just stuff I never considered. I mean, me being a guy, I just never really considered that can be something that can happen to people. Like, yo, you're being held back because of how beautiful you are. I mean, I can imagine something like that probably does happen in the real world, but it's really crazy. But in this episode, you have it where this Loli girl, like, she comes up with the idea, like, well, maybe people will start taking me seriously if I hide how I look. And she builds like this armor. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw this armor, I'm like, yo, this is trash. But again, when I watched the opening, I seen an armor suit that looks similar to this, but just like way better. And I'm like, oh, this is who Loli will become. This is who Tough Girl will become. But even still, the battle she had in this episode with her, with this armor right here, which I love the fact that they made the inside of the helmet. It seems like everyone's doing that now. Like every series where someone wears a suit, they're making it kind of look like the Iron Man type thing, where you got the stuff floating around in the air. But you got it where she's facing off against this, I'm not even sure who this guy is, but he's strong as hell. She's facing off against this thug who's trying to go after the other girl for whatever reasons. We're still not aware of the reasons why this guy was trying to attack this girl. Now, hear me out. I imagine she had a friend, and this guy right here is wearing glasses. Granted, his hair does look a little different, but there's a such thing as wigs. But she has a friend who wears glasses, and they kind of like, he's one of those nerdy guys where, you know, they consider him a friend, but he's probably going to be in the friend zone for his whole life when it comes to Loli and as well as the other girl. I think he may be this guy that's spying on him, where she's faced to fight off against him. And I'm not going to lie, this battle was pretty intense, man. You know what I'm saying? They were going at it. They were throwing hands. And, you know, Loli, of course, she wasn't prepared for all this, but she still was doing the best she could to face off against this guy, and this guy's just really strong. But I really think it's going to turn out to be the guy that she was friends with. I don't know. That's just my thought on the matters. I could be completely wrong. It might be someone completely different. You know what I'm saying? It might not. It may not be him. You know what I'm saying? But let me know down below, how do y'all feel about it? But we have it pretty much where, you know, her parents, mostly her father, finds out what she's been doing and how she's been using his technology, because this is all stuff he had in his basement that she was using to create her armor. It really makes me think of I don't know if y'all remember that scene from Iron Man 1, and it was like, yo, we can't replicate what Tony did. And he said, Tony made this shit in a cave with scraps. Like, that's what this make me think of, because she made this in, you know what I'm saying, her basement with the scraps or parts that her father had left over. So I don't know, man. I just really curious to see how her final armor becomes. But you see that she really got messed up in the battle against this guy right here. This guy was kind of going all out against her, but then he sees her face, and so he, for whatever reason, backs off. And that's what really make me think it may actually be her friend. And once he's seen her, he was like, yo, this is my friend. I don't want to harm her. And he chooses to leave for whatever reason. But you have it by the end of the episode, you know, her and the girl she saved, they become close friends for whatever, you know, because they're both working for her father, because the father takes the stuff from the daughter and make this daughter work at his company. So you have it where that actually happens as well. They become close friends. They go out for drink. They see the guy following her once again, and you have it where the guy is looking and observing them, but for whatever reason, he chooses not to act on it at that point in time. And that's what really leads me to believe that it may actually be the guy that she grew up with. And there was a moment where he was going to give her an umbrella earlier in this episode, and she assumed that he was going to say that she was adorable, so she ran off on him. And I imagine something like that may have scarred him and led him to go down that path to become the villain, if he is that guy. I imagine that moment probably has something to do with it, where he's like, yo, I knew you would always just see me as your dorky friend and not as someone, you know what I'm saying, worth loving. Something along those lines. I could be completely wrong, but that's why I feel like it's going to go towards. But then towards the end of the episode, you have this other hero that they mentioned earlier in the episode about this hero dropping down in his trust values. And I'm not gonna lie, the outfit looked dope. In fact, this dude outfit looks like one of the outfits from Spider-Man 2 that Miles actually has. That's what the outfit looked like. I'm trying to think, let me see, Spider-Man 2. Let me see if I can bring it up for you guys. Let me see, Spider-Man 2 game. What was it? What was it on play? It was on PS5, right? Yeah, game. Miles. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll let y'all guys see the suits. Let me see suits. Should have added suits from the beginning. All right, so let's go to it. Images. Let's see. Hopefully, I can pull it up right off the bat, and you guys could see the suit. Yeah, this suit right here. Now they got different colors of it, but this is the suit I'm talking about. This suit right here reminds me. It's a white version of this suit, but it reminds me of the outfit that the guy's wearing in 2B Hero X. He has a white version of it. Let me see. I don't know the name of this suit though. Maybe we could find it down here. Oh my God, what is crazy? What are they making him do? Well, you know what? You guys can go look it up. But he has a suit. Yeah, here it is right here, matter of fact. If you look right here, the white suit, you cannot tell me. Hold on, you guys can't even see it on the screen. Let me pull it over. Right here. You cannot tell me that this suit doesn't look very similar to the suit in 2B Hero X. I mean, besides he got the little bit of purple at the top, for the most part, it's the same exact suit, just, you know what I'm saying? All these suits, it just really gives me that. And then it makes like different facial expressions on the glass head part. Kind of, or you could even say he looks similar to Mysterio from Spider-Man as well. But I imagine that inspired this outfit right here that this guy actually has on. Could be just me just feeling the vibes, but that's what it reminds me of. But all in all, great episode. I'm curious to see more of Tough Girl's story. Hers doesn't seem to be as I guess, dire as the other hero stories that we've seen so far, but who knows, something tragic may happen by the time we get to the end of her story. But let me know how y'all feel about this episode down below. And if you like the video, thumb it up, please subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.